We have a major New York Yankees update straight from manager Aaron Boone, who spoke on the New York Yankees infield and the lack of a clear third baseman right now when discussing potential options. While also Yankees insider Jack Curry has revealed a major update on the team and their plans for that final infield position, and we're going to break everything down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here, and guys, we're going to jump right into things as always. And guys, I know I say this every time, but if you are enjoying the content, make sure to subscribe to Yankees Digest. If you're part of that 73% who is not subscribed, make sure to jump to the other side if you want daily New York Yankees news, rumor reports, updates on free agency, and with the season coming underway, we got a lot of fun stuff planned, and you guys do not want to miss out. But the New York Yankees, things have gotten interesting as a guy like DJ LeMahieu, who everyone kind of has agreed is probably past his prime, is getting a lot of noise as a potential Yankees third base option right now. And Aaron Boone himself spoke on this, saying that DJ has been healthy, which really has been the issue for him over the last couple of years. He's had those things that have popped up that have really zapped his greatness. I'm not going to put anything past a healthy DJ LeMahieu and his ability to hit, said straight from Aaron Boone, who, well, I'm curious how other Yankees fans would feel about Aaron Boone's decision to say that he wouldn't put anything past a healthy DJ LeMahieu, who's 36 years old and is many years removed from that greatness with both contact hitting and being one of the best fielders in the MLB. But Aaron Boone likes him, he trusts him, and right now, with the way that he said that, it makes it feel like Boone is prepping DJ LeMahieu to be the third baseman for the New York Yankees on opening day. Now, that's not a sure fact. It'll be some sort of competition between a few guys, LeMahieu being the veteran there, also both the Oswalds, and probably Vivas as well will be involved in that competition to see who the Yankees do want to go with as their everyday third baseman, because that's really the final position. We know the rest. We know first base is Goldschmidt, second base is Jazz, and third base is Volpe. We know the pitching, the catching is Austin Wells with either Ben Rice or Alex Jackson as the backup. Hopefully it's Ben Rice, because Alex Jackson's one of the worst hitters in the MLB right now after being the 6th overall pick around 10 years ago, so hopefully it's Ben Rice. On top of that, we know the outfield is right field Judge, center field Bellinger, and left field Jason Dominguez. So third base is the final position where the Yankees are looking at a bunch of different options. And LeMahieu, well, he has struggled in recent years, as we talked about. He had a minus 1.6 WAR last season and 201 at-bats, hitting 2 home runs, batting a 204 batting average. I mean, the OPS was horrible, the slugging percentage was bad, the on-base percentage wasn't good, the RBIs for 201 at-bats weren't compelling. Basically nothing DJ LeMahieu did last season was compelling at all, but he is a good leader in the clubhouse, and it's not like the Yankees are going to find a way out of paying him. So having him on the roster isn't a problem, but if he's going to be your everyday third baseman, there's going to be such a level of fear with Yankee fans because we've seen the way that DJ LeMahieu has not been able to show up for the team in recent years. I mean, the guy's mainly been injured the entire time. He was never a great base runner, but now you have a guy who used to be the best leadoff hitter in baseball who now is a worse base runner than he was all these years ago. The contact is gone, and the fielding is up in question as well, so it doesn't leave anything to be excited about. Now, again, he's been mainly injured, and Aaron Boone's not wrong about that, and potentially maybe being healthy, LeMahieu can find that spark that he once had with the team, 5 years ago now. But still, I'm trying to find a positive spin for this, guys. I'm just so uninspired by this. I mean, look at the team that the Yankees competed with in the World Series. They would not be trotting out DJ LeMahieu right now, so it's just difficult to look at where the Dodgers are and what other teams did in free agency while the Yankees are like, yeah, well, we have this guy who was good half a decade ago. So it's definitely concerning, don't get me wrong, but maybe with the proper health, DJ LeMahieu will be able to bounce back to some degree. I mean, Oswald Peraza is also an option to look at, who did have 371 minor league at-bats last season, hitting 16 home runs, 63 RBIs, having an average of 243, on-base percentage of 343, and an OPS of 750. Meanwhile, in his 10 MLB at-bats this season, he had an OPS of 773. Solid average. I lied. Thought that said 280. Not a very solid average. He had 2 hits. I could have also just seen the 10 at-bats and the 2 hits and figured that one out. He did hit a home run. He did have an RBI. His on-base percentage was .273. But maybe with, more than 10 at-bats, he could actually show what he's really made of. His MLB career stats show him at 232 at-bats, where he had a .612 OPS for that point, on-base percentage of .297 and a .216 average. He's a very, very good base runner and a good fielder. So it's a matter of kind of finding that Oswald Peraza, and maybe in a consistent role, he would be able to play better. Now, at the same time, Sports Illustrated, when talking about LeMahieu, mentioned that over the last 4 seasons, LeMahieu's batting average has been heading in the wrong direction, and he slashed to .204, .269, and .259 in 67 games last season. So obviously none of these numbers are good, and well, it just feels like he can't be the option here, and Peraza is very out of practice, I should say. So it does come down a lot to none other than Oswald Cabrera. I think Cabrera is going to win this matchup between these 4 guys, and Cabrera will be the Yankees' third baseman on opening night. Because, first of all, he's a switch hitter. And yes, his lefty hitting is considerably better than his righty hitting, but it's still batting from the left side, so there's not much to complain about there. On top of that, 299 at-bats last year, 74 hits, a batting average of .247 that equals. He doesn't have a ton of power in the bat, but he does get some RBIs. He's a very good fielder. He's got a cannon of an arm, so you still have that going for you at third base, even with Jazz moving over to second. His OPS was a .661, and for a very good fielder and base runner, that's not very bad at all. And Oswaldo's had his moments. In his rookie season, he looked very promising, and then now it's not been the same. But he's never had a consistent role. If he's an everyday third baseman, the consistent role for him might help him figure it out. And I think that's honestly your best bet if you are the New York Yankees right now, because Cabrera could hit that stride and hit that next level, and it would be really helpful to see that happen. So I like the idea of Oswaldo Cabrera for sure here. I mean, as far as the Yankees' internal options go, I do like Oswaldo Cabrera. Now, there's always an option, or there's always a chance that they go outside of the organization. And Jack Curry said the guy who the Yankees will have at third base might not even be on the roster right now, and that he is intrigued by Oswaldo Peraza, who is on the roster. Look, I like Peraza as well, and I think it makes a ton of sense to give Oswaldo Peraza a chance to show that he's an MLB player. He used to be what everyone thought would be the shortstop of the future, because there was fear that Anthony Volpe's fielding wouldn't get there. Anthony Volpe's fielding got there, and now, since then, Peraza hasn't really gotten a chance to show up in the major leagues, so this would also be a good time to kind of see with him. You could use Peraza, you could use the Swalds, the Oswaldos, the Oswalds, whatever you want to call them. You could use the 2 of them kind of as each of your third basemen until you find out which one plays better during the preseason. Obviously, as well, LeMahieu will be an option, and there will be games where they'll maybe all play, or 2 of them will play, and we'll see from there. And then the majors, I think they should have Peraza on the team as a base runner for a pinch runner, and also just a potential fielding replacement if they want to use some games at him at third base, if they could see if he could kind of take Cabrera's job, because Cabrera's job would be on thin ice and a short leash to start things, especially with a veteran like DJ LeMahieu. We know the Yankees, namely Brian Cashman, do love their veterans, so it would make some sense if LeMahieu's also going to be right there ready to get that job. I'm sorry, why is like the tip of my hair the highest point? It's like the friggin' triangle right now, man. Who cares? All right, not the point. Look, the New York Yankees, they desperately need to figure something out at third base. And yeah, maybe they do find someone outside of the organization. It's certainly possible. I mean, there's still some guys left from the MLB free agent tracker. There's a guy like Whit Merrifield who could play third base. He's 36 years old, had a 1.7 WAR last year. Used to be one of the best hitters in baseball when it came for batting average. He's kind of lost that, but with the Yankees, maybe he could find it again. He also used to be one of the best base stealers in the league. He's still a very good base stealer and can run pretty well for a 36-year-old. Tony Kemp is not an attractive option. Neither is Joey Wendell, but they are technically, options. On top of that, there's also Jose Iglesias, who has gotten a lot of interest from the Mets. Iglesias could be an option to play at third, and so could Paul DeJong, who, has been up and down with the White Sox last year. He was solid at a 2.2 WAR, one of the best players on the White Sox last year, which I guess it doesn't say anything really, but it is a fact that he could be someone you could throw in the platoon, as well as Aldamas Diaz. Also, you could throw him in the platoon, just not an attractive option at all. So, the Yankees could do one of those many options. It's interesting to see where they will go with this, but Jack Curry does believe there is a chance that the Yankees could look at one of these exterior options, or Oswald Peraza. I want it to be the Oswalds. I want it to be that duo over any of these unintriguing options, meaning not Alex Bregman or Nolan Arenado, which it feels like it probably won't be. So it comes down to the interior most likely, and maybe Brendan Rodgers as well, but again, not an intriguing option. I'd rather go with your interior two younger guys, just obviously, as we know, the Yankees sometimes do have trouble doing that. Guys, let me know, who do you think is going to be their third baseman next season? Comment down below, like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, and go Yankees.